Nice.
Alrighty. Oh no, Jay.
Baby.
I
What?
need one more thing.
What's that?
My coffee.
You big baby.
I helped. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, can you guys get a?
The fancy straw.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna lose a keyboard today.
We're gonna go ahead and start.
Alright.
All right. Hi
Yeah.
everybody, and thank
Hi.
you for joining us for Frandly Samply.
Yeah, if you're watching off of YouTube, this is a part of the 24-hour stream, and we just clicked this out of the big old thing. And
Yep.
we're probably
Oh my God.
just
That's
gonna
up.
do this
Alright.
part for right now. We're just gonna start with Friendsim, and then maybe later on we'll get to actual home stuff.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
but probably in the middle of the night.
It's a weird schedule.
It is a weird schedule.
Just after 5 our time.
If you watch this part and we seem a little bit more energetic than the next part you watch, that's why.
That's what, yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start
And
volume
we
15
start-
of
okay.
Creatives, Conventional or Otherwise.
Great.
I'm gonna go ahead and start reading the narrator, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
You walk with a purpose. You don't really have a purpose, aside from friendship, of course, but you know these streets pretty well by this point, so you can at least strut like you've got one. Oh, wow, okay.
That's quick.
So we've
okay.
got Wanshi.
I want to be Wanshi.
Okay.
All
and
right.
we have
That
Charon.
makes things easy. I'll take Charon.
All right, so there we go. Who wants to be first?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, flip.
Oh.
Call it. Call it. Call it.
Heads.
Tails.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Actually, you know what? You don't think you've... okay. You think you've had it up to here with friendship. You're sure you'll be back on your regular friend-making bullshit later, but today is just one of those days. A curl up under the blankets with your favorite show sort of day. A leave your phone on silent and say nothing to no one sort of day. And honestly, you've watched a friend almost die of poisoning and gaze upon the juggalo afterlife. You think you've more than earned a day, or night rather, of respite like this. So just for today, you turn your back on this new swath of Alternian City you were considering walking through and head back to ye olde hideout. No explorations now, only bed. You drag yourself up to the scaffolding to your hidey hole. More than anything, more than binging on media or relaxing amidst peace and quiet, you want to take a nice long nap. So you spill yourself into a little pile of bedding, pillows, and various pieces of clothing you've managed to throw together and settle in. As soon as your body touches it, you're out like a light. But it isn't very long until you're awake again, and not because your body is rousing itself from sufficient slumber, but because of a persistent scrabbling sound. Okay. A persistent scrabbling sound that's followed by a loud thunk.
That's the sound of somebody playing Scrabble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're like spelling words.
So it's like.
Oh, like somebody like shaking through the pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Typically, that wouldn't be enough to get you up. You're a pretty heavy sleeper. Normally, you need somebody playing Boggle to wake you up. But the noise is accompanied by the nagging sensation that whatever is making the noise is in the room with you, and that has you bolting upright. You must have woken up in the middle of your REM cycle because you feel like a mummy rising out of the crypt. Is this real life, or is this just fantasy? Your brain struggles to make sense of your surroundings through the fog of residual sleepiness that still settled over you as you stumble to your feet. Eventually, you're able to discern that the noise is coming from behind and above you, around where the ceiling is. What the hell? Is there a raccoon crawling in the vents? Does Alternia even have raccoons? If it does, you're pretty sure you wouldn't want to meet one, but you can't exactly leave it in your living space either. You get up to investigate. The noise isn't coming from the ceiling like you thought, but from a platform that's been shoved unceremoniously to the very back of the watchtower. Everything okay over there?
Yes.
Okay. There's a large object in front of it that wasn't there before. A giant curved lens that could only have come from the hole that is now in the side of the platform structure. Maybe this was an old telescope or camera that the Condents once used for surveillance. The scrabbling continues. It's coming from within the structure. You're not eager for whatever it is in there to come jumping out as soon as you stick your head inside.
Here, you want some noise work? Here.
Oh my god.
Scrabble.
But you steal your nerves and
This is
hoist
probably
yourself up.
terrible.
Probably sounds awful.
You find yourself face to face with not some weird animal or bug, but a trowel. This is a bona fide friend opportunity. It's practically fallen in your lap, but you find yourself unexpectedly ornery about it. You would think that you could expect some privacy in your own home, or, well, the place you've adopted as a home in Alternia anyway, but apparently not. Even when you've decided that you aren't in a friending mood, there the universe goes, yeeting new friends into your path anyways. Can't you get a day? Sorry, these glasses. I'm not used to wearing glasses, so the fact that they're in the bottom periphery of my
Off they
eyesight is
go.
helping me out. Okay, sorry about that. Can't you go a day on this planet without dancing this whole friendship jig? Okay, here you go. It quickly becomes obvious that the mysterious stranger isn't going to offer you anything more than enigmatic gazing into the middle distance. Maybe I do need glasses. What exactly are they doing in your hideout, you ask? If they were thinking about moving in, they could have at least asked you first. You're the current occupant, after all.
I don't want to move in. I already have a hive. I came up here for
Friendship.
that.
They point past you. We can only assume they're referring to the giant lens you'd seen on the floor. Well, if they'd gotten what they'd come for, why are they still hanging out in the platform's innards like this?
I'm stuck.
Homestuck?
Stuck at home.
Yeah.
And they didn't try calling for help?
I didn't notice you. Wherever you came from. I didn't think anyone else was here.
Would they perhaps like some help? Okay.
Aww.
I thought there was a problem with me clicking, but no, he just has, like,
5 minutes.
consistently...
Long pauses.
Yeah. As you hop down from the platform, you find your ire draining from you much like flesh juice from a pimple.
Gross.
It's difficult to stay angry upon witnessing what's probably the most pathetic burglary attempt ever, and that's counting your little fiasco with your ship. After walking around to the other side of the platform, you can see the troll's booted legs sticking out from a gap in the structure. It looks much too narrow for anyone to crawl through, and yet that's exactly what they must have done in order to push the lens out from behind. You yell that you're going to try and pull them out. You hear a faint muttered, "Okay," and reach up to grab them around the waist, pulling hard. It takes a couple of tries, but with one last particularly hard tug, you're finally able to pull them free. They tumble down on top of you.
Anime.
Thanks.
Anime.
For getting me unstuck. And breaking my fall.
You didn't really do that part on purpose, but you're glad they appreciate it, you guess. They seem pretty content to continue lying on top of you, actually, but they're heavy, so you wriggle out from underneath them like an earwig from under a rock and clamber to your feet. You nod at the lens. That's what they want, huh? The troll sits up, crossing their legs. You can see them more clearly now that you aren't sequestered inside the platform, although their face is obscured a little by their shaggy hair and floppy, wide-brimmed hat. Sure this isn't the Hannah troll? They look about as sleepy as you felt earlier, as sleepy as you're in danger of feeling again, in fact. Their voice is slow and regular, like a metronome dunked in molasses, and it almost threatens to send you right back to bed.
Yeah, so... can I have that?
You swear you can feel your friend-making juices start circulating through your body again with a vengeance after their little sabbatical. You're not really sure what came over you before. Turned down the chance to make a new friend? You? Haha! Wow! Who kidnapped you and replaced you with a total stranger for a few hours there? You tell the troll, of course they can have the lens. It's not like you're doing anything with it, or like it's even yours to begin with. It was just abandoned here along with the rest of this broken down tech. Curiously, you ask what they want it for. Are they building something? Perhaps they're an engineer of some sort.
No, climbing all the way up here just for some building material. That'd be pretty dumb. I want to use it for
Crime.
Oh my God.
Digging.
art.
Huh. You look at the lens again skeptically. It's a cool lens, you suppose, but it mostly looks like exactly what it is, a hunk of junk. They want to make art out of this? Their work must be pretty, Oh no!
Oh,
All of our savages! Oh no!
We still have them all. Okay, stop.
Weird.
Whoops.
That's the save again.
Weird.
Weird. Yeah.
The two of you alternate between looking at the lens and each other for a while. Usually over the course of making a new friend, they usually would have asked you to do something by now.
Okay.
Or presented you with some sort of choice between two potential courses of action.
They're trying to rob you.
Is there anything they'd like to do now that they've retrieved their art materials? Okay. Are we 2-dotting or 4-dotting?
4-dotting.
Quadruple you.
That's rude.
No.
I raise you too.
Guess it's all on you then. They probably want to take the lens back to their hive, right?
I would, but I'm tired and hungry. Foraging for garbage takes a lot of energy.
So did you just come here to find the lens and now you're too hungry and tired to take it back?
And I used the last of it climbing up here. I don't think I'll be able to carry it by myself.
They really don't think this whole junk heist thing through very well, did they? But would you look at that? This is an excellent time to make a suggestion. Oh my god.
Safe.
Why not look for more easily portable trash, or you can help carry it. 4 arms are better than 2.
Why not look for more easily portable trash?
Sure. Sure, this giant lens is pretty neat, but there are probably plenty of other cool stuff they could use that wouldn't be such a pain to move. Your new friend considers this, scratching their cheek.
There is one place that I go to a lot for material.
You nod. Maybe the two of you could go there then. You could help. You'll even graciously hold on to the lens for them so they can come get it some other time.
Okay. I would have to come back for it. Even if you hadn't said anything, though.
Okay. They take you to a garbage dump.
Very colorful.
It is. Or a river, to be completely accurate, which has plenty of garbage washed up on its shore. Something about the strength and direction of the river's currents here seem to pull in the waste that's been dumped into it, concentrating the debris on this muddy patch of land. You're not sure what you expected, really. You had fleeting thoughts of a gleaming art supply store, but they did intimate that they work primarily with garbage.
Here we are. Better not tell anyone about this place. It's a real treasure trove.
They nail you with another intense stare. No, you say. Of course not. Their trash haven is safe with you. Okay. Satisfied, they pull up the bandana sitting around their neck to cover their nose and mouth. Looks like they're ready to get to some serious ninja work.
It's like a goofy face.
Yeah. Ruby's got a little, like, fucking cat smile or whatever
Yeah.
now. You're not sure what you should be looking for, though. More discarded computer equipment, or are they in more of a toilet paper roll and yogurt cup kind of mood?
Whatever catches your eye. If you see anything, just shout.
Now that they mention it, you never got their name.
Jared. If you have cheddar, you can follow me.
Everyone is Twitter, cheddar, whatever. They hold out their hand for your palm husk. You hand it to them, and they fiddle with it for a second before returning it to you and traipsing off. A little clicking around reveals that they're now on your cheddar following list, but also that they've taken the liberty of downloading a new app. An app with a purple-pink camera icon, and okay, you recognize this one as well. Except on Alternia, it's apparently called Pincer Spam?
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Instagram?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Searching their Chitter handle leads you to their account on here too. At least you think it's their account. It's hard to tell from the profile picture, which is a blurry shot of one of their horns and the brim of their hat. Most of what you can see is sky. Maybe skimming their account will give you a better idea of their aesthetic. You scroll through the photographs that are similarly enigmatic. An intense close-up of a sewer drain lid, the curve of a piece of ceramic, a purbeast sniffing the camera.
Kitty!
They've got quite the number of followers, despite the fact that nobody seems to know who they are and that they never reply to comments. You've got a friend in common, too. User Sarava Streams for Sweeps has liked a slew of their most recent posts. None of this is very helpful. You also realize that you're standing here stalking your new friend on your phone like a creep, when you could just, go talk to them some more. So you hurry off after them. By the time you catch up, they're squinting at something.
Feels like Sarava knows everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's a
Sarava's-
shtick.
Why does he
Yeah.
come up? It feels like they've come up more than any other character.
I think he's just the guy that's, like, the most popular, like, globally.
Also, your Teal Blood, the Law is
Oh.
one,
Tabora?
Not that one,
The other one.
Tizias.
Tizias.
Maybe
Okay.
that one, yeah.
What's that? over there.
You follow their gaze. It's a hideout of some kind, a small cave tucked into a rock.
There's a lamp.
Oh.
The two of you approach it curiously. Trin stoops to peer at something on the ground near its entrance, but you decide to venture further in. You think you might hear voices, and their sources become apparent once you've taken a few steps inside.
Is that a...
Asdaja.
Oh shit,
Oh, was
Asdaja.
this-
That's
was this-
you. That's
oh.
you.
Who goes there? Reveal yourself. Oh, it's just you. Back for round 2? The likelihood of this battle's outcome being anything other than me kicking your ass is exactly 0. Typically, this would be a massive waste of my time. But, luckily for you, I have nothing better to do.
Asdaja surges forward, presumably to attack you out of nowhere, but any air of intimidation his little speech might have had is quickly diffused by Connell grabbing him firmly by the back of his coat and yanking him back.
Dasha, don't be rude!
Asdaja shrugs Connell's hand away. The quiet sizzle of his psionics is like the hiss of a pissed-off cat.
This, my dear Connell, is merely smack talk.
Muscles.
As a prince among my caste, rudeness is simply not a part of my repertoire.
Connell just snorts.
Well then stop being a stripling dick! My friend is delicate, okay?
You protest that you aren't at all as delicate as the last time you'd run into each other. You've seen some shit. Asdaja's sparkly sigh nonsense doesn't scare you now.
Yeah, sure.
The two of them are too focused on each other to pay attention to you.
They're cuties.
You telling me not to fight for once is pretty rich.
Don't you think I feel the same as you? It's been too long since I've had someone to punch! Whose bright idea was this in the first place? To hole up here in a trash dump for days!
I've told you over and over again that we are here because our quarry is somewhere close. We just have to figure out exactly where.
Uh-oh.
It's a perfectly rational plan. You would see that if you'd just think for a second.
Yikes. You thought that maybe you could have a nice three-way friend reunion, but they're too busy squabbling. Meanwhile, where had Charn gotten off to? You slink away from the escalating sniping, looking around for them. You're not entirely surprised when you find them hunched over some objects on the ground, poking at it. You know these two, you say in a strange whisper, pointing in Connell and Asdaja's direction. You could introduce them once you're not quite so much yelling going on. Charon puts down their bandana to answer.
No thanks. I found something more interesting over here.
They gesture at the object.
Yes. It's a great find. I've never...
He's never.
seen anything like it.
I'm having Zootopia flashbacks.
I could make something amazing out of this.
You take a proper look at the object. It appears to be a miniature satellite dish with a few pipe cleaners sticking out of it. Unlike all the other stuff out here, though, this object is moving.
Oh.
The dish is rotating only a few lights. The dish is rotating while a few lights glimmer softly at its base. You're pretty sure this isn't trash. And weren't Kaniel and Asdaja just discussing tracking someone? Whatever this is probably belongs to them.
Yeah, that's why you gotta distract them so I can have it.
Okay, this is no longer scavenging. This is straight up thievery. You glance at Connell and Asdaja again. They're so preoccupied with arguing with each other that they haven't even looked your way. But once they realize the tracker is missing, they'll probably decide to go after Churun to get it back.
Whose spark beast is this? If that happens, stop, so I can get away in time.
This doesn't sit right with you. You don't want to screw your two other friends over. It's the problem with being friends with literally everybody on a highly combative planet. And the energy between them is so weird right now. The verbal sparring looks about a hair's breadth away from turning into a physical sparring, but they also kind of look like they want to make out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Whatever's going on, you don't want to be caught in the middle of it. That, however, sounds exactly like what Churun wants you to do.
I'll make it up to you
And
someday.
he's off. Before you can make a decision, Churin tucks the piece of tech under their arm. They take a running leap toward a fence that sections off the gross trash shore from the woods, vaulting over it in an impressive display of athletic prowess. You cringe. Churin is really leaving you in the lurch here. This is so not the kind of thing a good friend would do. But then maybe you were never really friends in the first place.
No.
Did we really get...
Oh,
Oh, wow,
we're done?
okay.
Oh, that's the end of that?
Oh.
That's the end of that.
A lot of
That's
clubs.
what you
Forwards.
said.
Lance.
Yeah.
Here's the spade.
Lance is here.
Yeah.
Touches
Can you hand
the
me the
ground.
Coke?
Lance. Or it's Lancer, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Lance.
Wait,
Well.
why are there clubs? Wouldn't it? That's the three-way one, right?
Yeah, and we're mediating.
Yeah, we're the third.
Oh,
between
that
the-
is us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us.
We're the one that gets the shit end of that deal.
Gotcha.
All right. I guess
What
Interesting.
about...
we said weird last time,
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
right? Uh-oh. He already looks angry. They squint at you like they've taken some sort of issue with your comment. Have you managed to offend them? You thought you were being polite enough, given the circumstances.
Interesting is usually what people say when they have nothing better to say. You have a problem with making art out of trash.
You shake your head rapidly, but the troll is already crossing their arms and shooting you a disapproving look.
I don't think I want to talk to you anymore.
Oh no, does that mean they're going to leave? And after you'd up and decided to try and add them to your ever-growing friend harem, too.
It is a
What?
friend harem.
No, I'm tired.
Oh, okay then. They're just gonna kind of glower at you from the floor for a while until they get their strength back enough to leave, you assume. This definitely isn't awkward at all. But
Friendship faux pas.
just gonna kind of stare at you for a little bit.
Looks like we're
You should've
gonna
done
have
two
to
dots.
try the 2 dots.
Trying.
Because he's always doing the 2 dots. Oh, there's the 5 dots.
Well, I want to take one. I think this is the same.
I would, but I'm tired.
Yeah, this is the same.
Was there another option?
Yeah, it's this.
Oh, here we go. Right. You can help.
You do that. Make sure you're careful with it.
Of course, of course. You'll treat it with all the delicacy of an egg and an egged egg.
What?
I know what that is.
I know exactly.
Carrying it to the watchtower's entrance is easy enough. Maneuvering down the cliff face is more complicated. You manage by holding it in between you as you navigate from foothold to foothold. When you reach the bottom, the troll looks like they're ready to sit down right there in the brush, but you urge them on. Resting in their hide will probably be much more comfortable.
That's the wrong way.
Well, fuck me. Sheepishly, you whirl back around from the random direction you were about to stride towards and follow them instead. With them leading the way and you bringing up the rear, the two of you shamble along the path with all the easy grace of 2 people in a horse costume. But you make it to your new companion's hive much quicker than you would have expected. They come to a stop in the front of the entrance to a cave in another cliffside. If this is their place, it isn't very far from yours at all. You're surprised that you haven't run into them until now. They're practically a neighbor.
I've seen you around before.
Creepy.
You're pretty hard to miss.
That's fair.
Really? They should have said hi and introduced themselves. The two of you could have been hanging out all this time. Why don't more robbers introduce themselves before
Right.
they break into my
Right.
house?
It's just polite.
Didn't feel like it. Besides, I was busy.
With more of this scavenging and art business, you guess. Oh well, you're getting to know each other now, which is what's important. Speaking of, you've been talking and walking along and you haven't even exchanged names yet. How remiss of you. Usually, you would have gotten introductions out of the way from the moment they broke into your hideout. But it's been an odd sort of night.
That's okay. I'm Jaren. Now come on, let's go inside.
They pull you and the lens forward. They, didn't ask your name in return, but you managed to bumblingly introduce yourself as you lurch along to their hive.
Do you have a name?
I'd like to take this opportunity to tell Wander to shut up.
At home on Earth, you have a thing about garages? You thought it was interesting to scope the sort of stuff people ended up accumulating? Okay. You've seen some real gems in your day. A collection of singing and dancing novelty plant figures, a small army of Furbies without any fur, the beat-up remains of some kind of cat mascot costume? The inside of Sharoon's hive is as if every single weird garage you've ever seen converge to exist simultaneously in the same cave. The platonic ideal of garages. It's hard to believe that someone lives here. If you look closer, though, you begin to notice homey comforts tucked among the metal junkyard scraps and broken furniture piled over the floors and all the way up along the scraggy cave walls. A Recupercoon sits on a ledge on one wall, and you think that's a kitchen cabinet wedged into another?
So, what do you think?
It's pretty cozy, you say, giving them a double thumbs up as Saps gets another 5-star he didn't want. The stalactites are a nice touch.
I meant about my art.
Oh, the, art. Of course. You cast around desperately. Sharoon's hive is such a jumble of miscellany that it's impossible for you to figure out which of it is art materials, which are finished artworks, and which are Sharoon's actual belongings. That's a pretty gnarly skull over there with leaves in the eye socket. The angle at which that umbrella sticks out of the lawn chair is really, compelling. You settle on a purple object in one corner that looks more like a traditional sculpture than a bunch of household items stuck together. Those curves, that amaranthine hue, truly an inspiring piece. Sharoon looks at you strangely.
That's just the load gaper.
Well, that's, uncomfortable.
You don't know much about art, do you?
Busted. No, you really don't. Remele had taught you the importance of giving the people what they want, and Amicia had taught you the importance of putting a tarp down before lopping off a head so blood or paint doesn't get all over the floor. But you hadn't learned very much about actually creating art from them. As you gaze around the cave again, you find that you really want to understand. Clearly, this is something that's important to Sharoon. Otherwise, why would you spend the majority of their time on it? You, too, wish to experience the marvels of the creative process, if only there was a way for you to learn.
If you want to that badly, you could make something out of what I've collected.
Really? But they must have worked so hard to find all this. Is it really fine for you to just dick around with it? Maybe don't use your dick? You're surprised to see that Sharoon looks pleased at what you're saying. It's maybe the most expressive you've seen them since you met.
All art is dicking around.
Looks like you've already started to get it. You smile proudly. Dick out.
Nice. And anyway, if you make something sucky,
They shrug their shoulders.
I could just take it apart again and reuse its separate components to make something else.
Your smile flags a little.
Where do you want to start?
You rub your chin thoughtfully, wandering over to the lawn chair with the umbrella in it. A pile of fabric is stacked on top. You rifle through it until you find some colors you like. Then you walk across to the other side of Sharoon's hive, searching for other items you might be able to use. Sharoon doesn't offer much in terms of guidance aside from cautioning you away from a couple of objects that are actually finished artworks. Oops. You end up in an armful of knickknacks that you put down in front of what is a lamppost, but will soon be your canvas of choice. Then you get to work. The fabric you twirl around the post. You tie the smaller object, a snow globe, an old boot, a fancy Santa. Fancy Santa!
Fancy
Santa!
Onto it with string. On top, you perch a rubber Walmart goose that makes a majestically horrible noise when pressed. As your art piece comes together under your hands, you take a few steps back every now and then to appraise it from further away, making adjustments whenever you find something you're not happy with. Finally, it's complete. You turn to ask Sharoon's opinion, newly flushed with pride and adrenaline from having successfully made a thing. They don't look very impressed. Your face falls. What's wrong? Did you use too much orange? Were the scattered Lucis teeth a little too out there?
Listen.
I just realized there's like another troll.
I think that would be
Yeah,
paint.
I was looking at that.
Oh, okay.
And isn't that the one, another one that is supposed to be resembled in the top there?
Painting.
What,
or,
up here?
well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that one.
yeah, that's
It's
yeah.
a sculpture.
Yeah,
Of,
a troll.
I don't think it's a specific troll.
and it's like golden one, red pine sharon.
That's another one.
Where?
Red pine sharon, a golden sculpture.
Oh, this over here, yeah.
Listen, you're overthinking this. Just do what feels right.
You frown. Don't think at all then. Let your instincts drive you.
Thinking a little is probably good too.
Okay, don't overthink it, but don't abandon rational thought altogether. Let your feelings guide you, but not completely. Pretty vague, but sure. You'll give it another shot. You strip the lamppost back down. This time, you don't spend too long regarding it in all of its nude metal glory. You begin working immediately, whipping around Sharoon's hive in a flurry of cave dust and determination, grabbing things as soon as you lay eyes on them. Sharoon looks more and more fascinated the longer you're at it. It's not long until their eyes are positively gleaming. Soon, they're taking steps after tentative step towards you, as if drawn to you by the sheer force of your artistic energies. They look like they might want to join in, actually.
Is that okay? I see what you're going for, I think. Your vibe has got me all inspired.
Yay!
I feel like we should hook this guy up with Sarava. It feels like the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Well, they're.
Well, they follow each other, but I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if they're friends.
Well,
Of course, the more the merrier. You'd love to see what the two of you could create together. With a barely there smile, Charoon plants a traffic cone at the base of the lamp post with great aplomb, and you're off. So, is it the H button that lets you look at the background again? Yeah. Oh,
yes.
there he is.
Cal. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh god, it is Cal.
It's all a blur after that. The two of you move in unison, like you're co-piloting a Jaeger, except instead of a giant robot, you're steering a feverish, creativity-propelled fugue state.
Wow. I think we're almost done.
You stand back from your newly forged pile of bric-a-brac, mopping the sweat from your brow. They're right. You're almost finished. Almost. You need to add the finishing touch, the piece de resistance, and you know just the thing. With great conviction, you pick up a box from the floor, tearing it open so that its contents fall all over your sculpture.
Character. Oh no. My polysacchariferous slats.
You freeze. Were those cooking ingredients? You seem to have gotten carried away. You start apologizing, but Sharoon is already waving your words away.
It's fine. It looks better like this. Too good to waste his food. Anyway, I can find other things to eat.
You both regard your creation, heaving for breath. You're done. As exhausted as you are, a wonderful calm settles over you as you admire the results of your hard work.
It's beautiful.
It really, really is. You don't know how, because you don't think you'd actually done anything different compared to your first try. Maybe you just got lucky. But regardless of exactly how it came about, this is one of the most bizarrely sublime things you think you've ever laid eyes on in your life. And the longer you stare at it, the more layers and depths reveal themselves to you, like the petals of a newly bloomed flower opening to the sunlight of spring. Oh, excuse me.
No.
Oh.
Abruptly. Oh.
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 I said
Oh.
no.
No.
Unexcused.
Abruptly, irresistibly, you feel yourself gripped in the throes of profound new knowledge. Sharoon's artworks are pointless and weird, but perhaps that's what gives them their charm. In such an uncertain, violent world where troll calls troll, and where you might be trapped in an endless Sisyphean journey across the planet in search of new friends, for a brief moment you can have this. You can stand here, awash and appreciative what the fuck at this masterpiece you've crafted out of a bunch of other people's trash, marveling at how you've birthed something greater than yourself. Sometimes, trash can be beautiful. You think you understand now.
I don't.
This saps you like anime. Trash, you always think trash is beautiful.
You're right, you caught me there.
This is what Sharoon must have been endeavoring to teach you. You beam at them, glowing with the joy of your discovery.
Yeah, sure. If you say so.
Joyride!
Yay!
Wait,
Got it.
Joyride?
Yeah, like it's out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, why are we in a car?
It's out of nowhere.
Was that in the back? Was that one? Of
I
those
don't know.
I like to imagine that was just another piece of garbage.
Yeah, that's just like half a
Yeah.
car just in the back, and they just crawl into it.
That's
Well,
cute.
we're friends with that guy.
Good.
He could have used a little bit more energy, I think. but-
Yeah.
Did we
What
do
are you talking?
Yeah, we did every
all
path.
the trees?
Yeah, we did all the trees for
that
that
was
guy.
that whole character. All right, we get wishy-washy now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be Jay and Hannah.
That's right.
Jana.
Okay, keep a little safe.
Oh.
Yes. We're going to
babe.
Lancer and
I want
Susie
you.
all over this, yeah. Alright.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Sorry.
They did the last song, didn't they? Hey, now that you've gone and thought about the concept of purpose, you might as well make one up for yourself. Yeah, you turn your walk towards the book hive. A handful of your friends hang out there, and there are a few rooms you are generally pretty danger free. So why not?
Ooh.
It's a little difficult to make yourself walk past the spookier rooms, but you manage to avoid the siren song of the brain room once more. What was the brain room?
I don't remember.
We've been to this library once.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Your destination tonight is the room you usually watch your teal friends do homework in.
Yeah, that's why we came here last time.
Oh. It's understandable after your office experience with, Torona.
That was the one you were.
Yeah. Why, this is their natural meeting ground. Oh, neutral meeting ground, I see. Unfortunately, a casual stroll through the stacks uncovers no friends at all. Damn. You consider trying out a higher stakes locale when, wait! You see a shoe peeking out from behind of a bigger hexagonal book hole thing. Shelves? It really doesn't maximize space to have shelves shaped like that. Whatever, if you get caught up in trying to make paltry shit like troll bookshelves make sense, you'll drive yourself into madness before you can figure out that this shoe belongs to someone, or if the shoe belongs to someone you know, yeah. You walk toward it, and the shoe is revealed to be on the strut pod, oh god, okay, here we go, of a troll whose head is barely peeking out over a book. Nope, a jade, but not one of your friends.
Has Hannah been all the Jade Blood so far?
Pretty much.
That's weird.
Whoever...
I don't have a maternal instinct in my body.
Whoever it is curls up smaller in the hexagon, burying their face deeper into the scribbled journal of a cullable wiggler. What? Oh, that's the name of the book. It's not the most inviting posture, to be sure. The polite thing to do would be just to keep moving, probably, but you'd feel a little off about that, you know. You gently nudge your foot into hers, where it still peeks out of the shelf, and ask if she's okay. It'll clear her conscience if nothing else. The book lowers.
I'm great. Just going on a journey of the imagination through some classic literature.
Great, we found Matilda.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Also, it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh man, it's another kid.
Seems though.
You know young trolls have to handle themselves as much as older ones, but as well acquainted as you are with the facade of pretending pretending you're exactly where you're supposed to be, you get the feeling she's not exactly telling the truth. So you're equipped to help. Plus, it's not like you haven't befriended a few tween sweep equivalents here on Alternia already. You successfully didn't get murdered by Amicia, and you did a passable job befriending Torona and Karako.
Which one's Toronto?
Torun is the small,
Tiny one in the
the small
Yeah.
teal troll who was breaking into people's rooms.
Right.
We killed her with a sword.
Wow, the freak.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
Oh man. Though, sometimes you wake up shaking, the remnants of dreams where you failed to failed them on loop in your brain where they... You shake the horror from your mind and try to look as non-threatening as possible. That is particularly hard for you as you speak.
So does that imply that
We
the
remember?
MS Paint reader like remembers or has visions of the failed paths?
I think we've gotten a couple hints that that's the case.
Yeah.
Especially recently.
All right, so we can ask her if Branya is around, or ask her if she's seen the brain room.
So,
I did.
Ask her if Bronya's around.
Okay. Did she come here with someone? Bronya, maybe? You know, Jades her age aren't really supposed to be out and around outside the caverns.
Oh, I see. You're a snitch. One she out.
Ooh.
Oh, with that, she tucks her legs up against her and rolls out of the shelf with agility only youth can manage and takes off between the stacks. You chase after her, but wherever her next hiding spot is, must have been better. Eventually, you give up.
Okay, well, got that. Oh, whoa!
Ah!
You throw!
Yeah!
Shoom!
Want she out? Alright, cool. We found the bad ending.
All right.
Nice.
Already out of the way.
Good start.
Alright. You still get the feeling she might need some help, so you ease into it. Maybe she'll open up a bit as you talk. You tell her that this book hive has a huge gallery full of brains in jars. If she wants to go check it out,
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Ooh, what's a brain? Wanna see? Oh, I wanna see.
she unfolds herself from her hiding spot. Oh, yep. Brushing invisible dust off her skirt, she stands up.
should I open the window?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think the
open.
dog is shut up. Or
Sorry,
they
Yeah,
bark
barking
barking
air
fist.
break. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
She rocks back on her heels and cocks her head. Her locks bounce against her shoulders.
Shouldn't it be L-O-C-K-S?
I thought so too, but
Yeah, I think
Just
I
that's
want
turn it.
Also, I know who you are, if you were wondering.
no? You just pull. You just pull. You just pull.
concerning.
Wouldn't go wandering off with just anyone, quest for brains or not. I may only be 5.5 seats, but I'm not stupid. Ooh.
It's kind of loud outside.
No, it's fine.
No,
They
it's
can't
fine.
hear
that's...
That's just wind.
Yeah. She seems less afraid, but she's still got a nervous edge to her voice. So you try to be a force of calm, a real motherfucking Glade plug-in of Zen, sticking up of the place with your chill vibes. You walk together towards the atrium, making small talk on the way. You apologize if you made it seem like she didn't look like she belonged here. You're just not used to seeing young Jades outside the caverns.
Uh-oh.
She side-eyes you like she's weighing the implications of what you just said.
Okay, I see there's no use trying to fool you. I may have done a small jailbreak.
Oh? Do they not have enough books in the caverns or something? No, she brushes you off in favor of her own question.
Of course we have books. You didn't answer me before. What's a brain?
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
What's
Oh.
happening here?
Right. You round the corner of the room and point to the window. Think pans.
Oh, right. I can't, like, get rid of her.
Ooh!
Oh, Jesus.
On her tiptoes, she peeks to the bottom of the window.
I've never seen one up close before.
She tries the door handle, but it's still as locked as it always was. She looks at you expectantly.
Well, we can go in or what?
A surly-eyed guard starts not so subtly watching you, drumming her fingers on the handle of her mace. Ah, globes. You were trying so hard to be cool and approachable that you fucked up and forgot that this room was off limits.
Cool in the poke. Damn it. Never mind.
Oh, wait. I dig this guy back here who's kind of like just looking back like, oh, what's going on?
What's going on with his hair?
I don't know.
Beautiful.
It's like the glow of the room behind him. Is...
Yeah,
It's like he's got an afro that bends.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, wank. Okay, alright.
Taking a kid to break and enter is, well, it's pretty much par for the course, actually, but it's not what you meant to be doing. Nah, you saw it. Looking only, and now you're done. Great, time to move along.
Aw, lame.
Oh, once she doesn't pick up on the danger behind her, even with your hurried speech, you change the subject to why she broke out of the caverns, if not for more books, and start walking, hoping she'll follow you. She doesn't.
Oh, I was trying to get to BeastCon. It's a convention for all sorts of cool stuff, but I want to go for the Steeler Purbeast meetup. My fanfiction is pretty popular. I have a lot of fans going, and I thought maybe I could make friends with some of them. But I don't know where anything is out here, so I got lost.
She takes a breath and a step, finally, but then stops and clasps her hands together like that.
Oh!
Oh, the guard starts walking? You eyeball the exits all the way down the curved staircase. You could make it, but you can't just leave her here to take the fall. Once she keeps talking, oblivious.
Lynera was always complaining about how you're everyone's best friend and how you know so much.
Is Lynera the one that was angry at us for being friends with Franya?
Yeah.
She was the yandere.
Yeah,
I
Yandere,
don't like.
yeah.
I don't like all the big W's.
Well, that's her
Do
typing
you know
quirk.
where the con is?
It's mocking me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all trolls have typing quirks. So
I
get
know,
used
but
to
that
it.
one specifically is mocking me.
Get together.
The guard gets closer. You've got to make a decision, and fast, and safe.
Save.
And safe.
Save.
And safe.
Save.
And
Save.
safe.
Save. Save.
You gotta make a
Save.
decision
Save.
and fast.
Save.
And
Save.
give me 1 second. I just gotta punch some keys on this.
Yeah,
electronic
yeah,
pad.
yeah.
Okay.
Pause time.
We can make the decision real quick if we choose while it's paused. Pretend, I guess.
You've heard of the con she's talking about. You were thinking of going with Tagiri and Pulpa anyway, but the list of activities seemed a little too dangerous, honestly. These past few months have been to your ass in these... What?
These
Up
past
to
few
your
months
ass.
have
have
been
been up to your ass. Oh, in close calls, and you're quite frankly would like to just cut back on them, including, the one your ass is currently embroiled in.
Not my ass.
You make some non-committal noises as you work out how to tell her. Once she crosses her arms and leans back against the brain room door, which the guard really does not like, if her increased speed and mace brandish is any indication. Okay, you say, let's go right now.
Yep.
Your hype is contagious even though you're completely faking it. She claps and bounds behind you or down the stairs.
Whoop. 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 Oh.
A quick tug at her waist pulls her out of the mace's trajectory as the guard chucks it at you from above.
Oh, Jesus.
It thuds mightifully against the wall by the door, and you both make it outside unbroiled. Or unbloodified.
Unbloodied.
But
And unbroiled.
they didn't broil him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, checking behind you to confirm you're not being followed, you don't stop running until you're both safely around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Once she giggles through catching her breath.
Wow, that was a close one. Librarians, am I right?
Librarians, am I right, you guys? Freaking
Yeah.
librarians.
Oh, she grins and takes her hands.
Can you believe we only just met and we're already having bonding hijinks? I didn't think being a friend would be so simple. I can't wait to hang out even more at the con.
Ah, her
Oh, boy.
smile is a knife in your pusher. She's so excited about your budding friendship, and here you are, gutlessly hiding the fact that you have no intention of taking her from one dangerous situation to another. Maybe you shouldn't, or maybe you would have agreed if you were in a braver mood, but you just don't know if you're up for the more life and death babysitting adventures right now. What you should do probably is get her home.
Why don't we go get Tagiri and Polypa and bring them with us as, backup?
I think if they found out that we were lugging around a Jade Blood on the Lamb, like a young child, they would be
Sure. Alright, I guess, they wouldn't like that.
We'd basically be turning her in.
Gosh. Let's see, you don't tell her any of this, of course. Instead, you agree, and then check
Gorgle.
Gorgle Maps. The con is down the road to the left. caverns are to the right. Oh, leading her straight back home would be too obvious, so you take a meandering route. Everything you pass seems to impress her. The frankly bonkers range of architecture styles, the shivery carnivorous plants, the burned out wreckage of someone's hive, and the flickering starlight all around. She is observing a worm crossing the sidewalk.
Out here exposed, all squishy and brave. Ooh.
When you point out a cool rock, eager to keep her wonderment going.
Really?
She puts her hands on her cocked hip.
You think we don't have rocks in the caverns? Try harder.
You want worms?
Yeah.
She rolls her eyes at you, but she's still grinning. You accept the challenge and tell her there's something she's definitely never seen up ahead.
Bring it.
Oh, you lead the way. It's been a hot minute since you been back over here. You're interested in seeing it again. Still, this side jaunt feels like delaying the inevitable. You know she's going to be pissed at you when she realizes you tricked her, but you can't help wanting to show off more cool stuff while you can. Anything to see that wide-eyed appreciation for any tiny new thing.
Oh, the ship.
Oh.
Why hasn't that been moved?
You'd think that it would have been scrapped.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Once nothing your spaceship comes into view as you round the corner. There really isn't that much left to show off, but once she's still into it, she runs over and starts inspecting the rubble. You wonder what happened to the freshly missing parts. Maybe Vicare has come back to scavenge some more. Shit. Vicare. You haven't talked to that guy in forever. You vowed to text him later tonight, but you still feel guilty.
He's not exactly the most interesting friend we have.
Yeah.
It's hard to juggle all these beautiful friends, even with how viscerally you crave them. You want to be good to everyone, but there are so many things that can mean, and you've never stopped feeling like you're treading water. Once he emerges from the hole, clambering up on the top of a black metal box and wavering around some inscrutable rusty bullshit.
Did the ship have a black box? That could be important.
Yeah.
Ooh, there are so many fiddly little parts. This is how you got here?
Oh, so he observes you for a second or two, then nods her approval.
That's pretty cool.
Any old idiot can wreck a spaceship. It takes someone with brains to break out of the brooding caverns.
Well, when you put it that way, you're completely right.
She winks and pockets some of the pieces.
Are you ready to keep moving? I don't want to miss the meetup, and it's happening right after her horse-saroni jousting, which should be ending pretty soon.
Everybody take a fucking
Sip.
sip.
Oh man, this is my last sip.
Oh no, I don't have anything to sip on. Oh.
I have black lipstick on this side, so you might want to sip from that
Take a
side.
sip.
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours,
my
third of the
God.
way.
Third of the way.
Third of the way.
Out of the way! Oh my gosh. Oh my, yes. You're not sure what to tell her. For some reason, Vicare won't leave your mind. Your sorry ass hasn't managed to keep with all the friends you did earn. Maybe it's for the best that you've decided to take her home. Her safety is more important than her liking you. You sigh and start to fess up. Even if she left here now, you're far enough away from the con grounds that she'd miss it. You were afraid to go, afraid that she'd run off and if you didn't stick with her, afraid of not knowing what to do next.
You what?
Oh.
Made me miss my one chance to do something fun for a change.
Okay.
Just because you're too much of a scaredy purr beast to go find a fun nerd party?
It wasn't just that. You also wanted to keep her safe, to take her home. She stomps her foot in frustration, tears forming in the corners of her eyes.
Why do you think you can just make decisions for other people? Why don't you go home if it's so great?
Your mouth shuts, words gone. She follows your gaze back to the wreck of your only shot out and winces.
I didn't mean... I know you can't. I just wanted...
She sits down on the grass, defeated. You sit too, a ginger distance away. No, her anger is fair. God, this sucks. You hadn't meant to deprive someone of a small joy here on this bitch of an Alternian.
Yeah, it's the worst.
She sighs and runs her claws through the tops of the spiny purple grass. After a few minutes of silence, she speaks.
Too late to do anything about it now. I'm still super angry with you. But I'm glad you were honest, I guess, even if it took you too long. I'm not used to people being straight with me. I feel like the older everyone gets, the more they lie. Or at least, the more annoying it is that they don't expect you to notice when they're lying. Not that I can super tell how old you are. Your alien physiology is a little inscrutable, but you know, more or less.
Oh, okay. Your palm house buzzes, interrupting your train of thought. You both look at your two new texts.
Oh, shit.
That would be Jay.
Tagiri?
Yeah, that was the Weeb Man.
Oh, God.
What did he even sound like?
Me.
He was a generic
It was just my voice. Are you sure you still didn't want to join?
That's your voice?
I think it was like,
I think
it was like over dramatic.
It was
Okay.
very
And then
dramatic, yeah.
it was my voice when he was angry.
Got it.
That was it. Things are beginning to get interesting over there, and you might have the privilege of seeing me at peak performance if you come by.
Stay put. There's a collar bear on the loose. I don't want you on the already very long casualty list.
You do a quick Google, and holy shit, social media is already on fire with the news of a con attraction getting
Whoa.
free and mangling attendees left and right. The familiar ghostly fleeing of a near miss shivers down your back.
Whoa.
Her eyebrows pull together as she works through the images she's seeing on the screen and what it could have meant for her. She's still a little teary from before.
I guess thanks. Not that you did it on purpose, but I guess maybe it worked out okay. I do love not being trampled, but it still sucks I didn't get to go make friends.
Oh, you don't want to be too presumptuous, especially after all that, but maybe this day might still be salvageable, new acquaintance-wise. Once she blinks back her disappointment and puts on an attempt at a smile.
Maybe. Might as well see.
What was she gonna do with her new friends? Maybe on your way back to the caverns, you guys could talk about soldier beasts, or scary horse jousting, or whatever she wanted to do there.
Is Soldier Purpose definitely Thundercats?
I think that's supposed to be soldier cats or some kind of cat.
I don't know.
Novel. Anyway, I might be actually thinking of mice. But anyway, she stands up and crosses her arms. Looking over, she smiles, her smile turning real.
Warrior Cats, apparently.
That's what I was
is a
thinking
series
of.
novels
Right.
about
Yeah.
cats that are warriors.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah, that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
You think you got what it takes to roleplay?
You stand up too. You're super cool with roleplay. You've basically doing that since you landed.
Mm.
But what's the deal again? So what's the deal again? You start over with walking her home. Magic cats?
Magic? What are you, some kind of wiggler? No, there's no magic in Soldier Beasts.
She rolls her eyes at you and then hunches her shoulders. Claws spread, eyes darting from bush to bush along the sidewalk ahead of you.
I don't know if we can call these claws. This? Nah.
Unless you mean the power of your own wits, the sorcery of all your senses aligning at once as you get ready to pounce. The hypnotic spell-like rhythm of your own pusher beating in time with your praise.
Jano,
It's the
what?
Eye of the tiger.
She straightens up and grins.
That kind of stuff. Ooh. Anyway,
She's bounced back so fully. So you get the feeling that not many people indulge her in this. It reminds you of your younger self, and your heart crunches up a bit. Fuck yeah, let's play. You mean, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Don't patronize me.
Fuck yeah. Once she giggles.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god.
Okay, so little Last can be from this space cast. It is called. Let's call you Twinklepaw. I'll be Wild Wisp from the Soul Glare clan. Ooh.
She clearly seems to think you should be impressed or intimidated by this, but you don't really know what's going on, so you nod. Twinklepaw. Got it.
We heard that. Thank you very much.
So you stumble upon me while I'm taking down a nut creature, scaring it away with your incompetence. Sound good?
Oh, she peppers her walk with skips, talking up a veritable storm of world building. Her voice gets low and rumbly when she quits setting the scene and getting into character.
Little one, what do you think you're doing? Setting Stratpie in our territory. You've made me lose my creature feast.
Oh, sorry.
My creature feast. What do you have to say for yourself?
Fuck, it's your turn. You didn't see where you were going. You're sorry. Though you know how hard it is to come by a good meal.
Fool! You think me so a poor tracker that I am hurt by such a loss? I can find another. I find offense only in that you clearly do not respect the bond between hunter and hunted. You blunder in and interrupt the sacred rhythm of my fangs, its neck, and its claws, my face. Now, neither of us can know who would have prevailed.
Jeez. You're still, really sorry about your struck paws. You're constantly sticking those in other people's sacred dances. Maybe there are, some more nut guys over there? Monty starts walking and gives you a withering look.
Is that really the best you can do?
No, you'll try again. How dare this piece accuse you of such a thing? Your intentions are as noble as the wild pusher that thumps in your bone cabinet. Wanchi bounces hands and fists, grinning.
She accepts bone cabinet immediately.
A little over the top and not really a StarCast approach, but you're getting there.
God, this was long.
You practice finding your soldier's characterization.
Yeah, another path.
Yeah, sweet spot. As you walk her home.
Probably.
You have to take the most direct route, but you've let her stop explaining the Purpi's grooming habits, to breathe in the rotting perfume of a flower, and to appreciate yet another sidewalk braving worm. Eventually, you reach the cave entrance you know.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit! Wow, what's
Also,
this
yeah.
voice? What was this voice?
A little screechy.
Okay.
It's still Jay.
Oh!
Still
Standing under the eave? The eave.
Under its eve.
Eve is Linera. A very pissed-looking Linera, which isn't, your favorite mode of that particular friend.
Nah.
Where have you been?
Oh, God, that's not right.
I said I'd be right back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Not, hey, go run off and leave me and make excuses for you. Well, I'm back now, so you can get over it. I know you won't tattle. You don't want Branya to know you lost track of me. Ooh.
I really hope Rania doesn't show up, or else poor Hannah.
Watch yourself.
Linera glares fireballs at her, and then turns to you, softening the tiniest of bits.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing the short one back. Do you want to come in?
Unexpected.
You appreciate her politeness, but nah. You should go and let the jade settle down and everything. Plus, you've had another friend you need to check up on.
Okay.
Before you can say anything to Wanchi about how you hope she ended up having an okay time, she scurries off around the corner, calling back over her shoulder.
Wait, I have something I want to give you before you go.
So you wait. Linera keeps looking at you, arms still crossed, I guess. Oh.
You better be glad she's okay. If she got hurt, I could never. I mean, I would be in so much trouble.
Oh, you didn't have to call her on her secretly carrying, because once she comes, dead now, because once she comes running back into with something, in her hands, her hair bouncing behind her.
Here, read this, and then maybe when you come back to visit me, you'll be, a little more informed about the Soldier Purvis universe. I only have one person to play with here, and he usually pretends he's too cool, like he doesn't absolutely love Purvis cast drama.
Interesting parallel.
Who?
No, that's like the parallel between what are their names from Homestuck? The fucking cat girl and
Nepeta.
Nepeta. Okay, I'm
Equius?
an Equius. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. I see the similarity, but who? I'm trying to think if she's talking about somebody in particular. She must be, but
Well, not that. I don't think we know them at the moment.
I basically gave her my Nepeta voice.
you did, but it's fine. How'd I get-
Oh, she bows a little as she offers the book to you.
Oh,
It's tattered with love.
It is gonna be lank. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's my personal copy, but I think I can trust you with it, Tinklepaw. Will you say?
You clutch it in your chest and tell her you will guard it with all of the honor and spitfire Starcast has to its hallowed name.
Hey,
Best book buddy. She's taller than we are.
Yeah, we're tiny.
Yeah, but she's a baby. We're just short.
We are
Maybe
the
we're on our knees?
smallest human.
We are, yeah. No, all
You're
trolls
not-
are just a lot taller than us.
Do you want when Lank comes out? Do you
Lank.
want?
Lack
Oh, no, that's his name. No, that's
Yeah.
his name. It's just funny.
Do you want them so that you can voice every single Jade
I
Blood?
don't even identify with Jade.
That's fine. Well,
we have one.
she was. Well, yeah, that's
We have
one more.
One little.
Oh, we gotta fuck it up
Yeah,
now. All right, here we go.
have to actually take her.
Yeah.
And then she gets trampled.
Oh, good.
Oh, I killed a child.
Oh,
Whoa,
this
Keep
is
whoa.
gonna be
realizing
rough.
shit. This could get dark.
This could get dark.
Anything to
Dark,
get
dark.
you both out of here. Grabbing her hand, you say you know the way, and to make a run for the door. She whoops and scurries down the stairs behind you. A quick glance back at the guard taking her hand off the mace reassures you you've moved fast enough. Once you're on the corner from the book hive, you stop to catch your breath.
Why stop now? Lead the way, alien friend.
You wave her enthusiasm off. She's out of breath herself. She can hold her hoofbeats for a minute while you locate your fucking bearings and think.
Is that say
Fucking.
fucking?
Your fucking
Your
bearings.
fucking bearing.
The
Our
fucking.
fucking bear.
The fucking.
You looked this con up earlier when Tagari and Polypa invited you. They said that it was fun, that the death toll was high enough to be interesting, low enough to be manageable. What?
The death toll is high enough to be interesting, but low enough to be manageable.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
gee,
get there
oh.
without dying yourself, but still a lot of people die.
Exactly.
And that you'd be safe with them. Still, you'd chickened out. You guess changing your mind and going could be okay. You're definitely anxious about bringing Wanchi along, but it seems like she's hell-bent on attending anyway, and maybe the best thing you can do is to be a responsible chaperone.
You're gonna die.
Plus, none of your friends make you feel better protected than Polypi.
That's fucking right.
Google Maps says it's not far. Well, you've dealt with plenty of dangerous clusterfucks before, so what's one more? You're a regular Giles Corey of bullshit scenarios.
Sounds familiar.
I'm not sure who Josh
Wanda's
Corey
probably
is.
nodding right now, I would think.
Wander knows.
Yeah.
I'm sure Wander knows.
You bow as you gesture down the
And
sidewalk. Yeah, that will lead you toward the outskirts of town. Wanchi curtsies and follows your direction.
Giles Corey was an English-born American farmer who was accused of witchcraft along with his wife
Oh,
Martha Corey
right.
during
The
the Salem
Crucible.
witch trials.
Oh.
The Crucible. He was
Giles
the one.
Corey.
He was the only one who got stoned.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we just saw this.
Oh, dang. It seems like she doesn't need you to come up with things to talk about. She's like a chatty sunflower pulled towards the bright newness, oh yes, of everything she sees, and chock full of commentary all about it.
Wow, I've read all about moonlight, but seeing it makes everything glow is totally different. Look at the dew and this prickle pond. If you get up close and look, you can see the reflection in your own eye and the moon.
You do as she does, and damn if you ain't a bunch of, if that ain't a bunch of orbs reflected back at you, floating on the curve of a purpley green
Meniscus.
Yes. Her curiosity isn't overwhelming or draining in the slightest. You tell her it's kind of nice, actually, to meet someone else who is experiencing this place for the first time.
Wander says, "Man accused of witchcraft. The more weight guy. Also, screw you for assuming I knew an obscure historical reference, but I did. But still."
The caverns are fine, but there's so much to see out here. Ooh, everything else sneaks out. I don't know why it took me so long to try.
Right. Oh, way back. Scroll up.
Okay.
Yeah, caverns are fine. Ooh.
This.
I don't know why it took me so long to try. Ooh. No, I actually do. Getting in trouble sucks and I hate it. But it worked out. Here we are, experiencing it all together.
Oh, yeah, you can feel your anxiety lifting. Just a little. Just a little. Just the part that's applicable to this particular situation. Still, that's a win.
Oh, that's
okay.
No, it's not. They've seen this before.
Oh, walking and talking in the night makes time pass quickly. You ask her how she ended up in the book hive to begin with.
I snuck out when Lanier was supposed to be giving me some boring jade duty lessons. But with yelling! I don't have a palm husk, so I couldn't look up the con once I was away from my husk top. I just wandered until I gave up and found the book hive.
Huh. That's a powerful nerd homing beacon she must have. Oh, once she flexes.
You know it.
You smell what's around the corner before you can see it. Having sidestepped your fair share of corpses in your travels, and you've had your hand in creating a few more, you know, to prepare yourself. Watchie, on the other hand...
Eternia's really violent. Really violent.
You know the brooding caverns aren't some diaper baby summer camp of innocence, but you're not sure how much viscera she may or may not have seen.
You don't know how much Vriska she may or may not have seen.
Oh,
Not enough.
About the same, honestly. No matter your respective levels of gore viewing, you both stop short when it comes into view.
Whoa.
She takes a tentative step towards what's left of the troll and then retreats, hovering close to you. It seems like you should keep moving, like you should avert your eyes and carry on whatever the fuck before the drones come by to clean it up. But she's still staring. Her steps, when she finally takes them, are soft. She crouches down and leans in with reverent scrutiny.
It looks different. Not in a jar.
You wonder to yourself, as one shakily takes it all in, if bloodthirstiness is a trait only certain trolls are born with, or if they have it ground into them by necessity, by expectation, by entitlement, or by fear.
It's kind of in the air.
Yeah.
It's a little in the air.
Yeah. Because your brain is wired around itself, you wonder the same about humans. Wanty doesn't look away for a while. You go over to put your hands on her shoulder, and she stands up and walks away with you. There's no ceremony to it, no placing of leaves over the remains, no prayer.
I don't get...
Oh.
It says I don't get it.
Oh, she doesn't finish her sentence. She takes your hand and pulls you back in the direction you were walking. She looks confused, like she still is trying to work out what she just saw. You guess you could have given her more time to process it, but you're not sure comprehending death is really a thing you can just, figure out in the wilderness with an alien in one night. After a few minutes of silence, you point out at the call of some flat beast, and she mimics it, and then smiles. Soon after, the pointy-topped tents of the Khan rise over the horizon. Once she starts running, dragging you behind her.
Shit, here we come!
Okay, she's vibrating out of her skin. You're basically doing the same, though it's less less of an excitement thing and more like an emotional whiplash thing. Whatever, you can work with that.
Oh, this is cute. Wow, lots of trolls here.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all
Oh,
these
yeah,
nerds.
check out all these nameless trolls that will never meet.
That will gonna die.
They might die.
I like the purple one.
This one?
That one?
No, down left.
Oh, this
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks like
Ah.
Rose. She looks a little bit like Rose. Not a lot.
You attempt to dig into the new vibe as you walk up to the gates. There are vendors and artists and trolls all around. It seems like some unholy combination of an anime con and a Renaissance fair, but with more people walking around sporting recently inflicted limps.
Can you bring
wanna
that?
see the dog
I
again?
want to see that dog. Hold on.
This dog.
Nah, I don't know if that's the Undertale dog, but
Nah, it's
It
similar.
easily could be.
I think
Yeah.
it's just a baby Lucis.
it's just a white dog, and everything's white on this planet. So.
God, this guy looks angry. Look at this guy.
In an attempt to not focus on that, you look around for your other friends and ask her what she's excited to do before her meetup starts. Does she want snacks? It looks like there are snacks.
Yeah, I could want some frazzled Saturn fluff candy a bit.
It's a cotton candy.
But yeah, there is a lot to do. Ooh. There's a Colbert ride and the cosplay competition.
Cosplay.
The
Cosplay
cosplay. Okay.
That's not a typo. That's just a pun.
And the
Well, I was worried that it was coslay, and that's a little weird.
No.
You cut her off. Doesn't she mean cosplay?
Oh, okay.
Where there are trolls you think might be in cosplay, or maybe that's just how some trolls dress?
yeah, there's that too. If you don't want to get your claws too bloody.
Jeez, there's the old nerves coming back. You really hope that bringing her here was okay. There are other young trolls running around, so you're probably good. You try not to think of the body you saw as an omen. There are bodies all over the place. Here, Alternia.
Say God bless you.
Nice.
Good night.
You
Uh-uh.
pull.
You got 16 hours, buddy.
I know, right? All right, you pull out your palm husk and consider your friends. You should message Polypa or Chigiri to see where they're at. But your thumb gravitates towards Branya's gripe profile.
What?
What did we just see?
I don't know, but that text got small.
Right when you decide that you're being dumb and pocket your phone, a lot happens at once. Once she starts pulling you towards a dude in an
Utility kilt?
utility kilt,
That's a new one.
handing out flyers, a bowel
Bowel
bowel rending sound rends your bowels, and then a massive armored bear with a huge beefy biceps hurtles towards the grounds, hollering and grinding tents and congoers alike into bent splintered pulp.
Well, I guess we know now
Are
what
we dead?
happened. Well,
Did we just die?
No, we didn't die. Oh, we might.
What?
We
Oh,
might have just
Christ.
died.
Hi.
it's a collar bear.
That is terrifying.
It's cool.
You're gonna die.
Yeah. Wanchi stares frozen as the beast rampages you both.
Oh, jeez.
It rampages both of us.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's about to.
She whimpers and looks at you, comprehension and fear etched into her features. You did this. You brought her here. You let this happen to her, and she knows it.
Nope, time to feel bad.
You pictured 100 outcomes, 1,000,000. You want to work towards the end where you save everyone who hasn't already gotten squished. Our elected grand human, and no one ever gets fucking trampled again. But there's no time for that one.
Whee!
Instead, you pick up Wanchi, give her a quick hug, and throw her into the closest bush. with what's left of your adrenaline-filled noodle arm strength. You reach for a handle of a katana from a vendor's rack and hope to fuck it's not only for display.
You're gonna kill someone who's cosplaying.
No, this
Could be
is
anybody.
You've never felt less prepared to take on something in your life. You've never felt more sure you had to. In the end, it's no choice at all.
Oh, jeez.
What's on the back of that thing?
I guess is that its
Hey,
back?
It's sort of like buggish.
I was sort of thinking that might just be the background behind it.
Well, hold on.
Or the back arm?
I think it's like a...
Because it probably ends where the white ends, right?
It said
Well,
it was
no, 'cause there
armored,
was
so that
like-
might be
Yeah,
the
I think it's
armor.
armor.
Back
Oh,
here.
okay, yeah, you could be
I
right.
think it's
Press
carapace.
It's wearing
Press
something,
what?
definitely.
C?
Yeah, just to see the background.
Oh, I can press
Uh,
H, but it won't.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it's
I like how
saddle?
everyone's still so relaxed in the background.
Yeah.
This is fine,
This
whatever.
happens all
There
the
was a
time.
30% chance we were just gonna get mauled today.
There's
so-
Yeah.
Toby Fox and James Roach and other cameos in the background.
Well, too late for us to see them.
Oh,
I also don't know what. The
Yeah, I
trolls
don't
look
know
like,
what
so...
Toby Fox looks like, so.
Yeah.
Well, I know what he looks like. I don't know what his troll looks like.
Oh.
anyway, the beast charges you, teeth bared in a rainbow. Oh, a rainbow bloody. Oh, teeth bared and rainbow bloody. You hold your position, pinky and ring finger tight near the bottom of the handle, like you touch you. That's correct. That's correct.
Nice.
All right. Anyway, when it leaps at you, tackling you to the ground, you bury the blade into its chest.
Nice.
It doesn't give a crap.
Oh, cripes.
Oh.
The clouded beast lays on top of you, and the last of its life twiddling out of it as it presses your life out of your lungs in return.
So we stabbed it to death, but it landed on us and crushed us to death.
Yeah, oh. Through your darkening vision, under the furry dead weight pinning you to the ground, you see her. From the edge of the woods, eyes wide and wandery with understanding. Once she picks herself up.
Well, shit.
Oh.
Well, damn.
Well,
We killed it. though.
that's okay. We saved her, and also I like the good ending. The good
Yeah,
ending was
good
Yeah,
ending.
that was much
It was
better.
very cute.
that
but
one was much longer than Sharon's.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, that
much longer.
was much longer.
I think maybe they played favorites on that.
Yeah.
and that's okay.
You can do that.
That's okay. They can do that.
Yeah, they're allowed. I
Well-
also liked Wanchi better.
We've got about
Yeah,
half an hour. Do we want to try to read some Homestuck?
It's
or...
not.
It's
worth it.
not
Let's do
good.
it. Let's do
No.
it later.
Okay,
Should
that's
I
fine.
start up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should.
Like, just get it going now early?
Yeah. All right, folks. We might come back to Homestuck later. We're not
Uh.
sure, but if this is the end of this, then good night, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah-ta-ta-ta!
There it is.
Otherwise, if you're here live, let's get some Smash going.
Let's
Oh
do
my
some
God,
smash.
Let me
And by
smash.
let's, I mean
Smash,
you guys,
smash,
because I'm
smash.
proud of smash.
Oh, do we? Yeah. Did Rio want to be awoken?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go change.
Did Ryu fall asleep through all that?
Yeah, we took a
He's
nap.
right over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
I'm-
at that.
I'm impressed with y'all's sleeping ability.
I would not be able to do it. That's why I'm still
Remember,
here.
remember mine?
I do. Yeah, you slept through quite a lot the other
Well,
night.
you
did.
had been on the plane.
Hey Jay,
Yes.
can you free me from my
You.
hellish prison?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Let's get this guy
Or
out
can
of here.
someone free me?
Yeah,
I just didn't want to move the cord because I didn't know how long it was or whatever. I didn't want it to go.
It's got a long
Oh, okay.
extension cord from there, but yeah.
Oh, so did Hannah? Oh, she's
Oh.
probably going to take the makeup off.
Yeah,
What?
probably.
We should probably get the friend code for you on
Cool.
stream because
Nice.
we are playing on your user.
Okay, well I don't know what my friend code is, so feel free to look it up.
We're gonna find it out.
Okay.
Jay,
Yes.
Yeah, we're playing.
we have a use for the bottom bar.
We're playing Smash
Friend
for Wii
code.
U.
Alright, cool. Not a bad idea.
Well, Meepermoo, thank you for joining us, even if your
Oh.
phone's about to die.
Too general
Yeah.
too.
Can you grab
Okay.
me out the rest of that garbage?
It's quite a lot.
I
Well,
know.
I mean, just give me this place.
Okay, sure. Here.
Let me take this first.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I mean Wander wants
Hold
in.
on, no.
Yep.
Right.
Let me do it like this.
Okay.
See, that's actually going to be a problem. Now that we're here, otherwise we might not be able to
this
hear
works
him.
clean. Did anyone?
Yeah, let's find a way to do that.
Looks like these ones are clean, but not this one.
Not that one. That's cool. And
I'll just leave these in case we need to fork on something.
we always need the fork.
Wander says, "Let me smash."
Yeah.
He's already in the chat.
Yep, that's what I told him.
chat.
Has he?
No, but he's not been in that chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Could someone connect the controllers to the USB?
Yeah.
thing there?
Yeah. All right. Where is the adapter for that?
It's already plugged in and
It's already
underneath
plugged
in the middle.
Wonderful.
If you see the VU, you see the cables that are running out.
Okay.
I'll go into big face game mode.
Pardon me, chat.
Hi!
I don't mean to get all up in your business here, chat. Just give me one moment.
Hi.
Let me just pull out my credit card. That's the American accent.
I'm gonna buy some hamburger. Let me just bring it.
What a delicious hamburger.
Oh, it's so good.
Mmm.
Yes. Could I put it on the bill?
Put it on my tab.
That was the word.
All right.
we're
Well,
looking at
here
one.
is 2.
Yeah.
We'll start there.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so-
have an idea of how to hear Wander. You need
Okay.
to set up Ark's laptop again, like a chat laptop.
Oh, boy.
Which we'll need to do in either case.
Yeah, this one might take a little bit of setup, folks.
Yes.
So you want to go get a snack or something?
Yeah,
not a
that's
bad
what
idea.
That's where we're on the big webcam right
Not a
now.
bad idea.
Smash is already ready to run. Everything else is the problem.
So where is that ready to run? What else is the problem?
Wander.
Oh, yeah, hearing Wander.
Yeah, Wander wants to
Wander
smash.
Patched in. Right.
Smash.
Smash.
It's a Wii U, right?
Can I get to be one of the first to try it?
Did anybody
That
else?
one's mine, but I don't want.
Don't want it? Okay, I'm gonna assume that who's ever this was.
This?
It should be that.
There
we go.
Here, I found it.
Could I be player
Oh.
one?
Sorry, chat. Fine.
Yay!
I mean, I'm just gonna start connecting the GameCube controllers and whatever happens, happens, but...
Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, that works.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll take this controller then.
Okay.
They gonna reach okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody need me?
You get that.
Fuck you.
Oh, wow.
Unreasonable?
I know.
So you know when I
Oh,
threw the
she
phone?
put it in front of there, and then she
When
pulled
I
it
threw
back.
the phone, I got a Morgan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I got right immediately afterwards?
What?
Sonya.
I don't know if that works.
Come here, orange GameCube controller. Sabs, help. Never mind.
No.
No, he
Cable.
says.
Let me try.
As the need for his help
Focus
vanishes.
on my head.
Okay, we now have all the controllers in. Alright.
As soon as you get the screen up, I will try and start everything.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So are we, am I allowed to allude to what's about to happen at all?
The reason I wanted to talk a little bit about it yesterday because the mod is already in the chat over there.
That's great.
Yeah,
so-
the chat can actually join in on it.
Yeah.
With it on their end.
By the way, oh yeah, please
Do that thing.
make it so that they can properly see my beautiful face.
Hi.
This isn't working. Is the problem.
By the
I get
way,
handed to do it.
Hello, sweet people.
by the
Oh no,
way,
okay, we're good.
this mod that we're about to be using is actually available within our Discord, made by the lovely viewers.
Lunar Halo is the one who.
Mostly Lunar Halo.
Good. So good.
Mostly Lunar Halo. She's the best. But you all can download it for yourselves if you're interested.
You don't need it to play with us.
You sure don't, but it would be
Yeah.
fun.
Let me find the
You'll
friend
see
code.
the mods
But-
always on stream, but they may not see
Yeah.
it on your own end.
Probably don't want to mod it right now, because that's a little bit short notice, but you know. Anyway, where's my phone at?
Alright.
I want to see the chat.
Nintendo ID is Fall Chain straightforward with a big F.
Huh? Oh,
You
what?
gonna give out Fall Chain's information? On
I mean,
Well,
it's
they
just
can play.
my.
They,
yeah,
Nintendo.
you're right.
Yeah, and they can't really play with us without it.
That's true. You are so right.
I see
Okay,
that.
so what is it?
Fall Chain, straightforward. Big F. Press F. Ah.
No, that's
Thank you,
Flash
thank you, Ark, for
Chain.
pressing F in chat.
What did it?
Flash
You
Chain
pressed
straight-
F in chat.
I did nothing.
Sure you did.
I think Wander's logged in as me somewhere.
Yeah, you did press F in chat right
Yeah.
there. Don't do it again, Ark.
So,
You did it again.
Fuck you.
what is it?
Fall Chain.
It's just my name, Fall Shane.
That's it?
Yeah.
So the code on the
Yeah.
Wii
No,
U?
Fall Chain is Fall Chain with a big F.
With the, oh, just with the big F. Okay.
That's why I said Fall Chain with a big F.
It wasn't registering in my head. Friend.
I repeated it 4 times.
I know. It's not the first time you've had to, and it won't be the last.
I know, sadly. Where's the HDMI converter to the TV from our VU?
It's already plugged in. When
Oh.
I turn it on, it'll show up.
Okay.
I'm sneaky.
The VU is on.
What?
VU.
It's-
Did you plug it in the Wii?
No, it's plugged in.
Right channel?
Uh-oh.
Should be. Should be on the same one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. No. Plug into there to get unplugged. Okay. Well,
Good job.
Also, is the audio good? I think we might have bumped into the thing or the cables while pulling all of these, so if it's
Yeah,
suddenly
let us
bad,
know.
tell us. We now know the answer.
Yes.
Sorry, what answer? Answer to what?
While you were pulling the cords, I was concerned about the volume.
We haven't bumped that cable.
There
yet.
it is.
Stop bumping shit.
Can they see it in there now?
Mother pumpers.
Yeah, so when we switch over to the big screen now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, shrink us. Got it.
Oh, shrink up? Are they?
Yeah, we were big.
Oh.
Now we are small.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Here's Wander's. Oh, Wander's. Ark's computer. I do not know what to do with it.
What about it?
Put it on the
put
desk.
it over there.
Okay. Oh, put it over there.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If you want to stick it here so we can read the chat, that'd be great.
Oh.
Yeah, well, also, this is going to probably what Wander's voice comes out of.
Oh,
But how do
is
they
that a
hear
problem?
it? Well, they're going to hear it through...
The microphone?
Maybe. This is a little closer than the TV.
This will be interesting.
What we'll probably need to do is at least move it back here. Because what these are one-sided mics. These back parts don't actually pick up direct sound. Whose beer was this?
Not mine.
Mine. I just didn't quite get through yet.
Okay.
I was drinking coffee.
That's fine.
Alright.
This was the one without
So-
cables. This is one I use.
What we need to do...
All right, chat says go get what? Rio. It's probably about that time.
Yeah.
Now that we have things working.
Let me just
Rio.
check friend list here. Some data
Yeah,
films
you
to
slipped through that.
download. I know.
That's
Data
impressive.
finish loading. So, we'll try to check this list semi-regularly at least.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The friend list. I see Matt is playing Smash. I see Lunar is playing Smash. I see Valugi playing Meme Maker.
Okay, wait. Just started
I wonder?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
We haven't even started yet.
Are you pooping?
No. He's
bad.
kind of here.
That's a bad saps right
Oh.
there.
Wander?
Okay.
Wander?
He can't quite hear us yet. We can hear
No,
him.
he can't. Yeah, I see our microphone isn't working.
Yeah, so now he should be able to hear us.
I hear myself through it though.
Yeah, I hear double us.
Okay.
You
so-
mute Jay.
Huh?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Me.
Hold on.
Just gonna do something. Mute me on there. Slowly getting it together. Yeah. We're gonna have him come out of the laptop.
Back to doing this again.
Are any of these currently in use?
This one. Yeah. This
How are you all doing today? Are you enjoying our 24-hour stream, which we're coming up on 9 hours into?
Nope, these are all dead.
That's not...
Any garbage on
Three
here is falling
fifths?
off
Two
that plate.
fifths?
What?
2/6?
It gets a little harder to do
Yeah.
the math of that off the top of my head.
Tired.
13 hours and 18 minutes, 19 seconds left.
And that is how
And
many
there's
parts of
Rio
what?
with the timer.
Hi. So should I just start the game now? They can see it fine, or?
Well, everyone should be in the room when we start the game.
Oh yeah. And you also need to watch the opening. Lunar said that was very important.
Yes, it is very
Yes,
important.
yes.
It
We've
includes
seen how
credits.
important-
It includes credits and all as well.
Yes.
Right?
Just a second.
He says he hasn't heard anything to suggest that he can be heard from the
Okay,
chat.
cool. That's good. That's good.
Can you hear Wander?
Yeah, because we do not want to be heard yet.
Yeah, we're asking chat if they can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, no,
We
that'll work.
We cannot hear Wander.
Cannot hear
Yes.
Wander.
I love it. All right, let me
I do
guess.
not.
I
No,
don't.
no, no.
I
know
don't like that.
exactly. I know exactly what.
Oh, you can do it on your end, can't you?
No. We are going to display it as we usually do. Yeah, don't
Wa-
worry.
what?
Here in a
Wander's
sec.
very, very faint. That's probably because you're just hearing it through the mic.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
That's barely spoilers. Everybody knows that's a line.
Yeah, it's a very famous line.
Hat Wander scream.
Okay, try it now.
Speak.
Talk, talk, talk.
Can you hear that,
Yeah,
Wander?
They should hear him a lot louder now.
Can you hear that?
Talk, talk, I'm
Shush,
talking.
Nada. Don't tell. At Challenger approaching, we still only see Friendsim, not the Wii U.
Okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
Did they hear Wander?
Hey, they get
Yay, that's good.
Wonder is
Yay.
Wander loud. Not only Wander Loud, but Wander Loud Plus.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
oh,
a loud
no.
Wander.
Let me just. I'll even them out as we go. Okay.
Right, Wander loud.
Now where?
Comic, it's cute.
Okay, there.
I don't think that was
There's
so
the
cute.
Wii U.
You're stuck up stickler gamer.
It was talking about boners.
It's adorable.
It was talking about boners.
Oh
Who's
there's
talking about
expression, no
boners?
boners.
There will be no boners as long as I'm here. I'll
Oh,
be
old
big
man
short.
Wander! Hide your boners, everybody!
Oh no!
Oh no! Hi.
Old man
It's the boner police.
Wander.
I see Arcas no shame.
The Boner Police are not affiliated with the Abstinence Fair.
Still a bit louder than
What
everyone
do I
else.
do with that?
Hey. Hey, Clueless!
Whoa.
You joined at perfect time.
Hey, Clueless, good timing.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
friends.
Yeah, I guess if you want to accept some friend requests for Fall Shane, that's not a terrible idea, right?
Nope,
Yeah.
not at all. He had none.
Yeah, he had no friend. Oh, no, one friend
I
request.
have to say, he should have some from history.
Then. He had no friend requests. He has plenty of friends.
I'm just gonna move this slightly.
But are we gonna do some offline matches first, or do we start with online with chat?
Oh, hi, it's me.
We should
In
take
your
this
screen.
opportunity to tell them what friend code they should be sending, probably.
Fall Shane, we already did.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on the screen so they can easily see it.
Great. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm the worst, I know, Gamer Saps. Don't tell me such things.
How does that look? That might be a little awful.
Sorry, Sap.
Wander on the face cam.
I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. I meant to apologize to the chat.
Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Hey, you're back.
You don't have lipstick anymore.
No, I took it off.
How horrifying.
I know. I took my lips off.
Lipstick comes off?
Took them right off. Also put shorts on because it's hot.
It is hot.
It is hot.
Made of lips.
Getting less hot.
It is.
But
Currently.
now, without black lipstick, the chat won't fear you.
The chat.
That's not a
The
problem.
chat should fear me regardless.
True.
But yeah,
Okay, then
does
have you
he see
considered
what
the picture I just sent you?
Jake?
Huh?
Does Wander see what we see?
But not yet. We're gonna not see.
Hang on, I stuck an image in the Discord for you to possibly use.
We saw it.
I didn't.
I did.
Wait, what did he put? What did we say?
Okay, wrong way. Oh.
I don't know. Oh, let me try. Let me put this.
Oh, the
in
chat
studio
wants
and
group pictures, do they?
Oh.
Man, we weren't
Oh,
able to
there he
take
is.
any.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
Oh.
what are we gonna do? We'll have
Oh,
to wait
now
until
you
the
want
next
group
time Wander
pictures.
comes.
Oh, if only we had thought of
If
that.
only it had occurred.
Darn.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay, bye forever. What?
Waiting for the
I
last
forget
picture to
who
arrive.
clipped this picture of me. I think it was Nada.
Oh yeah, I think it was Nada too.
Yeah.
Your reaction to the last character to be announced on Direct yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Did you say it in a spoiler-free way, as if we hadn't already talked about the Smash characters 8 times today?
We haven't actually talked about them today.
Yeah, well,
Was
we
it
have.
seriously yesterday?
Yeah,
When?
Mario
Lord,
Kart
it feels
Party,
like
the
last
very first
week.
game we played today.
Oh. It was 9 hours ago.
Okay. Hey, he's there.
No, man, you gotta like put me on the couch.
Well, I mean, there's gonna be someone sitting in there, I think. But if I can fit you there, I'll move you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sitting there.
Of course. All right. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
So how you doing? Wander.
I'm doing okay. I'm home. I'm safe. I'm fine. Oh,
But so alone.
so alone. I'm
No, he's with us.
so alone. I'm all alone.
Right, but he's not like with us.
all by myself.
But he's with us.
Emotionally.
So the friend code is right? I saw some
Big
discussion
F.
on
So
that.
cold. It's
Big
actually really cold in
Yeah,
Michigan
big
right
F.
now.
Big F.
Press F in chat. Big F in chat.
Big F in chat. It's with our hearts. Our hearts are connected.
Heart, light heart, park. I see big F's. Thank you.
What's in the present?
Oh, that is like it's an online game that has gone closed down in later.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Hey. Everything ready?
Hey, what up?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're all here at least.
Yeah, we've got Wander all set. Yeah,
Yep.
I think we are good.
Okay, do they see the VU?
Hello
they,
to
yeah, they
you
do.
and
Wa-
you
Wander
Can they
and
hear the Wii U?
and especially you.
That's
Not
the
you
question.
though.
They should, but I will confirm. Yeah, they hear it.
Okay.
Someone come fill the gap between me and Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna sit.
Yeah, that's where we'll edit you in post.
No, he's on the web.
He's already
Oh,
edited
what?
in.
Hey,
Sat on him.
dude, I'm already
We
here.
can still hear friend sim.
They can still hear Friendsim. Close Friendsim, Jay.
Close friends,
Oh,
Jay.
I can't hear that because then. Okay. And
Dude,
gone.
sat right on me.
Why didn't you close Friendsim?
Well, you have a very sittable lap, Wander, so you should be happy about that.
I'm not actually up yet.
Oh.
I think I'm still in the corner somewhere. Like I'm floating above Ryu's head.
Yeah.
Who wants to play first?
Hi.
Yep, me too.
Okay, we play first.
Ryu.
Sure.
Yeah.
Break everything. Come on, Pinky.
Oh,
that's
Shang.
Shang.
With me.
Does this guy want this mush?
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah,
got
you
he's
were
on
actually
booze.
putting me there. I
Very-
was mostly
Hell
joking
yeah.
about it.
Like the return of Smash Dreams.
When's the last time we played this?
a long time ago.
Probably like a year and a half.
No, not that far.
Really?
Has it been more recent?
Yeah.
When?
I believe
I
not
think
far
we had
after
a
the-
mini-
Are you
Recent
talking
at
about the
some
last
point.
time that me and Jay tried to do it?
No, anyone.
Have you done it more recently?
I believe we did online for not too long ago.
Jay,
I
did you
cannot
do?
re- I remember doing a for fun stream at some point, but I can't remember how long ago.
It was during your melee stream.
Oh yeah, yes, I've been within this year.
Played
I
on
beat up
Melee?
Ganon in that challenge.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Ganon